Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated releases of the year. The Galaxy S24 FE. Samsung has been on a roll with their fan edition models, and the S24 FE is shaping up to be no exception. Let's dive in. Galaxy fans across the world are eagerly awaiting the release of the Galaxy S24 FE. However, Samsung has kept the exact date under wraps. Based on patterns from previous releases, we might see the S24 FE hitting the shelves in autumn 2024. If not then, it's likely to appear in the early weeks of 2025. For example, the S23 FE launched at the end of 2023 in some markets and reached others by early 2024. So, mark your calendars and stay tuned for the official announcement. As for the price, there hasn't been any official confirmation yet, but we can make some educated guesses. The Galaxy S24 FE is expected to be priced at around $600 in the US for the base model with 128 gigabytes of storage. This aligns with the pricing of the S23 FE, which makes sense given Samsung's pricing trends. Keep an eye out for trade-in options and carrier offers. For instance, the Galaxy S23 FE could be snagged with up to a $540 discount from Samsung's official store through an instant trade-in credit. Additionally, Samsung Financing could offer monthly payment plans starting from $28.75 per month for 24 months. T-Mobile might offer deals that could get you the Galaxy S24 FE for up to $300 less via 24 monthly bill credits with a trade-in on qualifying plans. The camera setup on the Galaxy S24 FE is expected to mirror that of its predecessor, the S23 FE. This means we're looking at a 50-megapixel main snapper with a 1/57 sensor size and 1.0 micrometers pixels, a camera also found on the Galaxy S23 and Galaxy S24. While we don't anticipate major changes in the camera department, Samsung's proven sensor should still deliver high-quality photos. Speculation suggests that the ultra-wide and zoom cameras will also remain the same as those of the S23 FE. Consistency in the camera hardware is likely, providing a familiar and reliable photography experience. Leaked image renders give us a glimpse of the Galaxy S24 FE's design. The connection to both last year's S23 FE and this year's high-end S24 Trio is evident. One notable change is the increase in screen size from 6.4 inches to about 6.65 inches, offering more screen space and thinner bezels. Though not as thin as the Galaxy S24 Plus, the expected dimensions are 162 at 77.3 millimeters, with a thickness of 8 millimeters, placing it between the S24 chipset and competitive pricing. It promises great value. However, if you need a phone immediately or already own the S23 FE, it might be better to wait for more significant upgrades in future models. That's it for today. What are your thoughts on the Galaxy S24 FE? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video. In just a few months' time, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will succeed the iPhone 15 Pro Max and take on the mantle as the best and most advanced iPhone out there. Although there's plenty of time until September and a lot can change, we seem to know a lot about the upcoming top iPhone model based on rumors and leaks. How is the iPhone 16 Pro Max shaping up against its predecessor? What's changing and what's staying the same? Let's see how the iPhone 16 Pro Max shapes up against the current best iPhone Apple has in its roster. First up, let's talk about design and size. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will inherit the same design language as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, employing the same titanium frame with a completely flat screen. The major difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be size. The upcoming iPhone screen will grow to 6.9 inches across, a significant bump over the iPhone 15 Pro Max's 6.7-inch display. To achieve this, they're likely shrinking the bezels down even further and making the phone itself slightly larger overall. As per the rumors, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will measure 163mm in height and 77.58mm in width versus 159.9mm and 76.7mm for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, respectively. A small but notable change, all things considered. The iPhone 15 Pro Max debuted with an action button instead of a mute switch and a USB Type-C port at the bottom, so those two features will be carrying over to the newer model as well. However, the iPhone 16 series will be scoring another button, dubbed the Capture button. Colors-wise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max was available in 4 understated and titanium-inspired colors. We've heard that Apple might use another titanium processing technique that will make the iPhone 16 Pro Max glossier and also more capable of retained colors. Moving on to display differences. As mentioned, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come along with a significantly larger display, measuring at 6.9 inches across. Aside from the size, we don't clearly expect any other major changes. We're certainly getting a liquid Retina XDR display with an OLED panel delivering superb colors, contrast, and exceptional maximum brightness. The screen will support 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate, making scrolling through the interface and on-screen content way smoother. Now let's delve into performance and software. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will feature a second-generation 3nm chip, possibly dubbed Apple A18 Pro. As one can imagine, we expect that the Apple A18 Pro will have better performance than the Apple A17 Pro. Due to the heavily rumored focus on AI for both iOS and the iPhone 16 range, we expect that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come with a much improved neural engine to take care of all the generative AI features. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will also be a first to debut iOS 18 with a focus on artificial intelligence features. The new iPhone 16 Pro Max will also support faster Wi-Fi 7 and a more power-efficient 5G modem, keeping you future-proofed on the connectivity front. Let's talk about the camera. As the iPhone 15 Pro Max delivers a host of important camera features, chief among which is the new 120mm telephoto lens, the iPhone 16 Pro Max could finally address one of the forgotten cameras that hasn't recently scored any significant overhauls, the ultra-wide. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that Apple will be introducing a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. When it comes to audio quality, iPhone Pro Max devices are always up there with the best, setting the benchmarks for all other manufacturers to measure up against. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will be no exception. The same generally applies to haptics too. iPhones are arguably the best devices when it comes to haptic feedback, giving us precise and accurate vibrations that are sufficiently strong yet not overpowering. Lastly, battery life and charging. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will reportedly feature a much larger 4,676 mAh battery compared to the 4,422 mAh battery in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Charging-wise, we haven't heard anything about a potential charging speed increase, but we hope to see one on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So far, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is shaping up to be a logical improvement to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, delivering key upgrades in important areas like screen size, performance, AI, and battery life. Thus far, we haven't heard anything particular about a potential price increase, so it's safe to assume that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will start at $1,199 for the 256GB version. Of course, if there's an iPhone 15 Pro Max in your pocket, then you'll probably have few reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Stay tuned for more updates on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as we get closer to its release date. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest tech news and reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time.